Second segment for DBA, take one.
Number 15, The Clapping Song by Shirley Ellis.
The goose drank wine, the monkey chewed tobacco on the street.
1965. The 1960s were full of rhythm,
Right hand, clap, pat, clap your hand, cross it with your left.
joy, and invention. And few songs captured that playful spirit
If I was good, that she.
quite like The Clapping Song.
369, the goose drank wine.
Released in 1965 on the Congress label,
This right palm with your right palm.
Shirley Ellis turned a childhood playground chant into a full-blown R&B hit,
Take your right arm, cross your left arm, pat your partner's right palm.
mixing jump rope rhyme, call and response energy, and hand clap percussion.
Take the pats of your palms and slap your thighs and watch the
It was half nursery rhyme and half nightclub groove.
pat, clap, pat, clap, pat.
The song's unforgettable hook, 369, The Goose Drank Wine,
Now she won't find me.
felt both ridiculous and impossible not to sing along to.
And watch the fun materialize as you sing this little song.
Ellis had already scored with The Name Game,
Clap, pat, clap, pat, clap, pat,
and this follow-up pushed that novelty soul formula to the edge.
clap, pat, clap, pat, clap, pat.
Number 14, Do the Clam by Elvis Presley. 1965. Every era has that one song where even the biggest star makes you stop and say,
Been on the outside looking in.
wait, what? For Elvis Presley, that song was
Turning cheese, hug and squeeze.
Do the Clam. Released in 1965 as part of the soundtrack for his movie Girl Happy, Do the Clam was Elvis's attempt to jump on the dance-craze bandwagon. By then, everyone had a move: the twist, the jerk, the monkey. So naturally, RCA Records thought, why not The Clam?
Well, grab your
Written by Sid Wayne and Ben Wiseman, the song is built around a surf rock shuffle
right and do the clown.
and some truly baffling lyrics. Elvis sings.
Right and do the clown.
Number 13, Yummy 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 by Ohio Express. 1968. Now if Do the Clam made you raise an eyebrow, this next one might make you question how it ever hit number 1. Yummy 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 by Ohio Express, released in 1968, is the definition of bubblegum soul. It's sugary, strange, and somehow impossible to forget. Technically, Ohio Express wasn't even a real band. They were a studio project built by producers Jerry Kasenitz and Jeff Katz, who specialized in what they proudly called bubblegum music. The result was a Frankenstein blend of pop and R&B rhythms that invaded both white and black radio playlists. The lyrics, legendary for all the wrong reasons. Yummy, 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 I got love in my tummy. It's so absurd it loops back around to genius. Still, it worked. 12. The Duck by Jackie Lee, 1965.
Wait, there's shoes. We should have rehearsed this. Hey, that's beautiful. You all right, Jackie?
By 1965, every dance had its own anthem: the twist, the jerk, the Watusi. And then came The Duck. Recorded by Jackie Lee, real name Earl Nelson, one half of the duo Bob and Earl of Harlem Shuffle fame.
The name of the dance, Charlie.
The Duck was released on Mirwood Records and somehow waddled its way to number 1 on the R&B charts. The song is pure West Coast soul energy, blaring horns, hand claps, and a rhythm so infectious you don't even care how ridiculous it sounds. Jackie Lee's rich baritone commands the crowd like a preacher at a dance floor revival, shouting out moves no one had ever heard before. Put your hands in the air and duck. Number 11, Wooly Bully by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs, 1965. Now this one right here, it's chaotic brilliance. Released in 1965, Wooly Bully by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs was part garage rock, part Tex-Mex soul, and part absolute nonsense. And somehow, it ruled the airwaves. Led by Domingo Sam the Sham Samudio, the Pharaohs were known for performing in turbans and capes, which tells you everything you need to know about the level of seriousness here. The lyrics, completely indecipherable. The chorus, just Sam shouting "Wooly Bully" over and over, like a man possessed.
Watch it. You got it.
Number 10, The In Crowd by Dobie Gray, 1965. Cool, suave, stylish, and just a little bit awkward. That's The In Crowd. Released in 1965, this smooth soul anthem by Dobie Gray was supposed to celebrate being part of the hip, elite crowd, but somehow ended up sounding like the world's politest rebellion. Produced at RCA Studios in Chicago, the record opens with finger snaps, silky piano chords, and a bass line that walks like it's wearing a tuxedo. Dobie's voice, mellow and confident, tells us he's in with the in crowd. But instead of danger or grit, it sounds like the soundtrack to a cocktail party your parents might have thrown. That's what made it hilarious and legendary. Number 9, Boogaloo Down Broadway by Fantastic Johnny C., 1967. Now this one, pure, unfiltered, 60s energy. Released in 1967 on Phil LA of Soul Records, Boogaloo Down Broadway by Fantastic Johnny C. is what happens when a man walks into the studio, shouts directions like a hype man at a parade, and somehow ends up with a number 1 R&B hit. Johnny C., real name Johnny Corley, wasn't trying to be fancy. He was trying to make people move. The song's title alone tells you everything. Boogaloo was the dance craze of the moment, and Broadway was the metaphor for being where the action is. So what did he do? He mashed them together and made a 3-minute explosion of brass, hand claps, and pure adrenaline. The horns blare like a marching band that just discovered soul, and Johnny yells over it like a man possessed. Number 8, Honey by Bobby Goldsboro, 1968.
I laughed at her and she got mad the first day.
All right, grab a tissue, or maybe a barf bag, because this one is legendary for all the wrong reasons. Released in 1968 on United Artists Records, Honey by Bobby Goldsboro is one of those songs that walked a strange line between heartbreak and unintentional comedy.
That she'd been sitting there and crying.
It topped both the R&B and pop charts, selling millions of copies. But it's also one of the most polarizing ballads ever recorded. The story is simple and devastating. A man mourns his wife, Honey, who has passed away. He reminisces about her planting trees, crying over silly mistakes, and the emptiness she left behind. On paper, it's sad. In sound, it's a lot.
And it was in the early spring when...
Number 7, Dang Me by Roger Miller, 1964.
In the country, a song called Dang Me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Roger Miller.
Here's where country charm meets R&B airplay, and somehow hilarity ensues. Released in 1964 on Smash Records, Dang Me by Roger Miller is one of those songs that shouldn't have worked. A country jazz novelty tune about self-deprecation and mild despair. Yet it topped the R&B charts for a brief, shining, confusing moment.
Violets purple, sugar sweet, and so is maple syrup. And I'm the
Roger Miller was a witty songwriter, part stand-up comic, part honky-tonk poet. And on Dang Me, he took a dark idea, a man joking about his own failures and even mock-threatening to hang himself from the highest tree, and somehow made it funny. My woman sits home with a month-old child. Dang me, they ought to take a rope and hang me.
I've got a telephone infection today.
Delivered with a wink and a jazz scat bounce, the track sounds like a bar joke set to swing time rhythm. The upright bass bops. The guitar strums snap like fingers in a smoky lounge, and Miller's voice skips playfully across it all, equal parts charm and chaos.
They hung up on me.
Number 6, Love Machine, Part 1 by The Miracles, recorded 1969, released 1975. Now here's a funky curveball that proves even legends can get a little weird. Originally recorded in the late 60s sessions and released years later on Tamla Motown, Love Machine, Part 1 by The Miracles is a glorious slice of sci-fi soul. A robot love anthem so goofy, it's become iconic. By this point, Smokey Robinson had already left the group, and the Miracles were trying to reinvent themselves in the disco age. So what did they do? They went full space-age funk. The result? A song where a man proudly declares, "I'm just a love machine, and I won't work for nobody but you." It's pure camp brilliance. The track pulses with synths, hand claps, and talkbox effects that make it sound like R&B's answer to the Jetsons. The rhythm section grooves hard, and the falsetto harmonies glide so smoothly, you almost forget how ridiculous the lyrics are. Number 5, Hot Rod Lincoln by Charlie Ryan and Johnny Bond, 1960.
It's true, I'm here to say, I was driving the Model 8.
All right, buckle up, because this one's a wild ride. Released in 1960, Hot Rod Lincoln by Charlie Ryan, and later covered by Johnny Bond, is what happens when rockabilly, R&B, and pure storytelling collide on the open road. It's not a love song. It's not a dance record. It's a car chase in musical form, told in the style of a fast-talking sermon. The song follows a hot-headed driver bragging about how he races his Hot Rod Lincoln up against a Cadillac, with police sirens, burning rubber, and a whole lot of attitude. It's half R&B rhythm, half country brag, and 100% chaos. It's got 8 cylinders, uses them all, got overdrive, just don't stall. That one line alone tells you what kind of man this is, one who measures his worth in horsepower.
Smoke was coming from out of the back when I started again on the Cadillac.
Number 4, Do the Freddie by Freddie and the Dreamers, 1965.
There's nothing ready to do but get ready.
Ready!
Mother Freddy!
Ready!
Now here's a dance craze that should have stayed in the rehearsal room, but instead, it became an R&B hit so awkward, it's legendary. Released in 1965 by British Invasion act Freddie and the Dreamers, Do the Freddie was their attempt to ride the wave of dance craze hits like The Twist and The Jerk. The only problem, nobody knew what the Freddie actually was. Picture this, Freddie Garrity, a tiny man with boundless energy, flailing his arms and knees around like a penguin in distress. That was the Freddie. And somehow, it caught on. Are you ready? Ready. Are you ready? Ready. Well, let's do the Freddie. It's call and response chaos. The horns are blaring, the guitars are jangling, and the backup vocals sound like a school choir that didn't read the lyrics first. Number 3, Surfin' Bird by the Trashmen, 1963. Now this one, pure chaos and pure genius. Released in 1963 on Garrett Records, Surfin' Bird by the Trashmen is the sound of teenage rebellion, caffeine, and nonsense, all smashed into 2.5 glorious minutes. The lyrics, practically non-existent. The hook, just the words Papa Mau Mau and the bird is the word, screamed over and over again. And somehow, it worked. The Trashmen were a Minneapolis surf rock band who borrowed, or let's be honest, stole, the main riff from the Rivingtons' earlier songs Papa Mau Mau and The Bird's the Word. But when they mashed them together live, the crowd went crazy, so they recorded it. The result was absolute bedlam, a pounding drum beat, manic guitars, and a lead vocal that sounds like a man halfway between a preacher and a madman. Number 2, The Name Game by Shirley Ellis, 1964. Now this one is so catchy, it's practically genetic. Once you hear it, it never leaves your DNA. Released in 1964 on Congress Records, The Name Game by Shirley Ellis is a masterclass in novelty R&B, a playground rhyme turned into a pop soul phenomenon. You know it the second it starts. Shirley, 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 Bo Burley, Banana Fonafo Furley, Fee Fi Mo Murley, Shirley. It's simple, it's silly, it's genius.
Any name that you can rhyme. Everybody do.
Shirley Ellis had already struck gold with The Nitty Gritty, but The Name Game took her creativity to another level. The idea was beautifully absurd. Take any name, run it through a chant with rhythm and rhyme, and boom, instant fun. But what makes this song work isn't just the gimmick, it's the groove. The rhythm section cooks. The horns punch in perfect sync.
Or Mary, Mary, got the M.